Hello and welcome to this video. See that? I made you a welcome screen. You're welcome. It's so beautiful. So today we're going to be reviewing music genres. And so I went on the tier list website and let's just take a gander. First one, it's just has trap. You can only rank trap. And obviously it has to go at the top because there's no other place to put it. Next, I found this one. Which does anyone want to look at that? I don't think so. It's pretty comprehensive. You know exactly what each one is, but there's such specific genres like liquid drum and bass. I don't even know what that is. Uh, new jazz. Sure. What is that? So then there's this one. Rap hegag hegok and Whoop. Well, we've obviously put pop nitty in C and hunt in S. And then there's this one, which, although more interesting to look at, what exactly are they? I can imagine this one's some kind of K-pop group. Anyway, then we move on to this one. I found this one. It's pretty decent. There's like a million versions of it, but with like a few missing. So this is the one with the most included. So we're going to be ranking them. We're going to start with the last one, Northern Soul. Keep the faith. It kind of sounds nice. So you know what? I'm going to put it in D. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, let's start at the top. We've got this one. So if you look real closely, and I mean real closely, right? You can kind of see people standing side by side with like bluish, sepia-ish backgrounds, and you have a few guitars. You can see a guitar. I think this is some kind of deathy, metal-y, doomy. Let's just say this is funeral doom, okay? That right there, it's funeral doom, and I like funeral doom. It's slow. It goes boom, doo, doo, boom. It's really nice. Indie rock. I'm not really sure what to call indie rock. It really depends who it is because there's some really like fun bands and then there's like others that just kind of bore me to death. I'm gonna put it in like B, honestly, just because I don't like rock very much. It's just kind of but it's indie rock, so maybe a little higher. Yeah, so I'll put it in C. We've got the emo trinity. This is a genre apparently. It's comprised of Panic at the Disco. It has My Chemical Romance, and it has Fall Out Boy. That would be Fall Out Boy. I don't like Fall Out Boy just because of the lyrical like style, I guess. I don't know. I don't like the voice. Although I do like My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco, I like some of their songs, but they're grossly overplayed. Um, because My Chemical Romance in there, this boots this one up to a C. Symphonic metal. So this one's amazing. This one combines like operatic singing, also just like a lot of female vocalists. You can even see them here. Like those are all female vocalists, I think. And God, I love symphonies. I love metal. This one's easy E tier. We have Upside Down Cross. I'm gonna guess this is some kind of anti-Christian metal. It might not be metal, it might just be anti-Christian music. So whereas Christian music goes, "Praise the Lord, for we have sinned." This one's more like, "Praise the Antichrist, for we are sinners." Pretty lame. I'm gonna put it in B. Not trash because it could be better than that. I don't know. It's better than just praising the Lord. It's a little more original, going against the grain. Yeah. Here we have British people, British music. I don't know what British music is. I'm gonna put it in A because we don't like England. Perfect. Rockabilly. It kind of belongs in a museum. Not gonna lie. Belongs in a museum tier. There we go. I just realized, yeah, I can make new rows. That's fantastic. Oh, I'm gonna add a row above. I'm gonna call it there. Now we have an S tier. Perfect. Now it's all labeled according to like truth and logic. So now we have progressive rock. I know one progressive rock band, and that's because of JoJo, King Crimson. And I actually really like the two songs that the stands are named after, which is The Court of the Crimson King and Epitaph. However, in general, not a huge fan of the rest that I've listened to. I'm going to put it in C because it's able to be really good. Also, I like this picture. So I actually don't know what this is. Some kind of stoner death. I usually don't like music that just centers around smoking weed. It's just not my thing. Ultimately, nah. Horror punk. So this sounds amazing. They're all this really terrible on audio quality. Yeah, no, not a huge fan. There's a few songs by the Misfits I like, but most of their stuff I do not. So yeah, glam rock. I actually don't really know much glam rock. I listened to a few playlists before this, and it's all right. Better than British people. Hip hop. A hip, a hop, a skip, dip, a dibby dib, a top, top, top. Are we putting it in S? Yep, we're putting it in S tier. Just because there's so much variation you can do with hip hop, and it's just really fun to listen to. Soft rock. Okay, that's an oxymoron. Well, technically speaking, you cannot have a rock that is actually you can. Geologists would hate me. Trash tier because I don't like soft. What is this softness? We're heavy here, okay. But we're hard here. Doom metal. This is doom metal with three O's. I like doom. I like metal. We're gonna put it in with Northern Soul. Great. So these, I don't actually know. It's just a cluster of people. We can zoom in a little bit. I still don't know who they are. Is that like, are they dressed as pirates? Is that pirate music? I like pirate music. Well, I used to at least. C for like certainly unsure. Alternative rock. So alternative rock is actually pretty okay at times. Alt rock has some really nice bands in it, like REM and The Killers and like that kind of stuff. I'm putting it in A tier. That stuff's good. New Age music. So New Age music is when you do yoga and they put on a soundtrack, or if you're getting massage therapy and they play something in the background. Uh, but it's also associated with a bunch of woo-woo nonsense. I'm not a huge fan of like tranquility, so I'm gonna put it in E tier. You know what? Trash. This is the trash tier. Trash. So this is trash. And I'm putting New Age and British people in it. Also soft rocks. Also this. Rockabilly it's better than E. This is some kind of really edgy looking fella. It looks a bit like just generic like death metal, which would be terrible quality, audio quality, and the video quality, and but it's yeah, I'm gonna put it in E tier. I don't like just regular death metal. Update your systems, dog. Blues. Blues is actually really nice to listen to. I would put it in with Northern Soul. It's a little similar to that kind of. It's good. All right. Jazz. I don't like wind instruments. And I went to a jazz festival once and it was just too much jazz and I'm overloaded with jazz. So I'm gonna stick it in E. Too much jazz. Classical. It can be really good, but most of it is really boring, I find. It doesn't stimulate me. I'm putting it in D. New wave. Yes, new wave is like disco, okay? New wave is the disco music. It's fantastic. Yeah, I want to break out the old shiny shoes and hop on the dance floor. Easy S tier. This is country music because there's a cowboy hat on a guitar. I don't like country, but it's not trash. There can be good stuff. Electronic dance music, EDM, dubstep. Dubstep is pretty fun given the right context. If you take it outside of context, it just doesn't really hit hard. But if you put it in like an anime fight scene, for example, the end of part 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it can be really, really hype. Put it in a club, otherwise not great. It can be good given the right context. I'm going to put it in B. So this is death. Death is a particular genre where you combine elements of death with elements of death, and you get death. Um, I like death, sure, S tier. Deathcore. I like deathcore. It's good. You basically take any old person and you imagine like taking gardening shears and like snipping off their fingers with those gardening shears, right? That's what listening to deathcore is like, you being the person getting your fingers chopped off. I kind of love it. This looks like Irish pub chants. You have the four-leaf clover, you have the maid. They can be pretty hype. Maybe not my thing, but sort of like prog rock can be pretty hype. Drone metal starter pack. Oh, okay. Drone metal is when you take a cage full of bees and you stick it on your head and then you fall face first into a swamp. Easy A tier. It's not as good as just death because when you combine death with death, you get death and it's just the best. But drone metal is actually I like it. It's not something that anybody would listen to. Slam is amazing. I'm going to put deathcore down a notch and I'm going to put slam here because slam is that good stuff that's like yeah. It's good. It just gets your retinas melting, eardrums boiled alive. And if you are good at reading, you should read the lyrics of slam metal songs. They're really good. Good takes on the state of a decaying society. Experimental music, trash, easy trash tier. Experimental music is when people take like banana fritters and then they just smash their hand in them and you are left with this soggy mess. Usually it's not as soggy though, it's more plinky. Like people take glasses and they go bing, bing, bing. It's just not good. Heavy metal, I don't like it. E tier. When you see the word heavy, right? You think heavy. Yeah, when you see the word metal, you think, heavy. But there's nothing heavy about heavy metal for some reason. It's just washed out trite for, I don't like it. Folk metal, pretty freaking baller, honestly. B, because often I like it, but not all the time. A little bit of it goes a long way. Folk rock, it's just objectively worse folk metal, but still kind of good. Gothic rock, I love the vampire on this. I'm gonna put it in with horror punk, it's kind of similar. Hard rock, better than soft rock, but it's not good. I'm gonna put it in with soft rock. Ska is god tier. I'm sorry, but this is god tier right here. God tier, ska, and slam. Yes. Industrial music is kind of sick. You can get really like clubby industrial music or you can get slower stuff. I guess there's industrial metal too, like Rammstein, the things that I've listened to. Pretty freaking baller. Vocal jazz. It's just jazz, just vocally. Nah. Happy hardcore is an easy S tier. This stuff, it's Vocaloid music, really hype, really fast pace. Yeah, why not? R&B, pretty good. I don't like Drake, but R&B as a whole, I like it. Melodic death metal. You take the best things of death and you combine them with a few melodies. It's cool. Actually, wait. Yeah, no, I don't like it as much as other things. It's a little too happy for death metal. Metalcore, pretty good, honestly. Pretty much deathcore. Yeah. I actually don't really know what this is, but if you look real closely, I mean, you can see like two clown-looking people, some people with like dreads, backwards hat. So I'm gonna say this is mumble rap, and mumble rap is not good. It's easy trash tier. Pop rocks are delicious, fizz and pop in your mouth, and that is wonderful. Pretty cool, I guess. Pop music, I really don't like most of it, but occasionally there's something good, so that's why it's going in D tier. Post metal. Okay, post metal is incredibly situational for when you want to actually listen to it. It evokes this sense of like backwards nostalgia for the future. Like, nostalgia is for like the past. You have this like, is it dread? Not really. This like melancholy. It's interesting. C tier. Progressive metal is unironically phenomenal. It's just really good. It just sounds so cool and like S tier. Reggae music, just not my thing. I'm gonna put it in E tier. Rock and roll, it belongs in a museum, all right? Sludge metal, I don't like it. The quality is atrocious. It's like you're biting into like a Rice Krispie square made of tinfoil. Soul, I like soul. I like souls. About A, I'll put it in with like R&B. Southern rock, above just regular Southern music. There's a time and a place, and it's not. Is that the Confederate flag? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. No Confederates. No, nope. I say, with a Confederate flag sitting right next to me. Pop punk. Pop punk. I like this Pizza Hut. Edgy? It's like Paramore and like those kind of bands. I'm tempted just to put it in S tier because I like it so much. Trash metal. I don't think I'm a fan. I don't think. belongs in a museum, like Metallica. It belongs in a museum. Trap is really good in the club, awkward elsewhere, so I'm going to put it with EDM. Behemoth. I listened to a bit of Behemoth. They're edgy. They're just all Satan, Satan, Satan. I am a fan. B. Album-oriented rock. When like computers were coming out. If you've ever seen Kung Fury and you have that like running in the 90s kind of vibe, that's that. Honestly, pretty damn good. UK grime, god tier. I am a UK grime artist, okay? That's my genre. Why would I not love it, right? Opera music, honestly, the emotional like effect of opera is just profound. Viking metal, really situational. It's all right. I don't have too much of a connection to Vikings, so I'm gonna put it. Yeah, and so that's my tier list. I hope it makes sense to some of you, and thanks for watching.